once I was elected, I was not just elected as an individual person.
Hello viewers, welcome to Spin Media, and today we are so much privileged to have one of the special guests in the School of Education. Is none other than John Calvince, aka Professor, who is in studio today to share his insight concerning matters concerning education. Remember that he plays a fight a lot concerning education, whereby he bridges the gap between academics and the institution, whereby he is the link between the student and administration. Welcome to the studio, Professor.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And now, please, can you give a self introduction of who you are?
Okay. I am John Calvince, a third-year student in the School of Education, pursuing Bachelor of Education in Science, that is Physics and Chemistry. And apart from that, I am privileged to be the academic representative, School of Education, that is 2025-2026.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, Calvin, please can you tell us what motivated you to learn for this post as a student?
Okay. As you know, once we were born in this world, there are many things that people can do. And apart from academics, each and every one of us, there is that insight, that's something you have inside you that you'd want to venture in. So apart from being a student, I saw it wise concerning leadership and politics that did not begin here in campus, but it had begun in high school and even in my lower primary. And therefore, coming to this place, it was like an opportunity, the rare opportunity we were given to also vie for this post, not just to make myself good or to praise myself, but to serve the comrades concerning their issues and affairs. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome. And also, I am seeing that you are having a very good motive behind you that made you to go for this post. And as I can take from your point is that you are so much concerned about the well-being of others, so that you are not that self-worthy, then you are just not selfish, can say. Then as we can move on, so what are the challenges have you faced as this, because it's let's say it's about 3 months in office, what the challenges have you faced?
Number one challenge, I'll begin with the population. School of Education, we are the largest school in this institution, and therefore the population there is too huge. Managing that population requires time and consistency. But so far we are managing. But apart from that, you realize that there is an ongoing strike which has made our work much difficult. Even though we try, but the work is becoming difficult. In coordination with other leaders, we are making it possible for the School of Education. If you allow me to add on to this, priorly we admitted our new students, the first years. They are now our new babies within the institution. Managing them is also not that easy, because we want them to study, we want them to catch up within the school, and therefore as a student leader, you have to be in between the link to ensure that that one is done.
Yeah, and also how, because you have said about matters concerning how you are so much dedicated to ensure that efficiency is happening as in your regime, and also you have really talked about that you have a challenge concerning the number of students. And how do you gauge this, whereby you have the challenge, where how do you voice the voices of these all years, because you are an academic representative for the all education student? How do you ensure that these voices, you know, we have from all these first year to the fourth year student, how do you ensure that you give them what they demand?
Okay, thank you so much. Once I was elected, I was not just elected as an individual person or as a representative of a certain community, but I knew from the very first day that John Calvince was elected to serve all students, no matter where we come from. And therefore, this one has given me an easy opportunity to ensure that there is inclusivity. When I talk of inclusivity, I've ensured that we work hand in hand with the other subordinate staffs. Those are the class reps from different departments within our school. And with the good coordination with the department and the staffs, this one has really helped me to ensure that the gap is reduced and the work is ongoing.
Yeah. And also, I can see what. How can you address the issue of students that feel like they are being left behind in your administration from different years? How do you address those issues? Because we know that not every person can be happy in which the way you are reading them. You have those people who are, let's say, they're dragged behind. How do you ensure that they are at par with you, and also they are working to ensure that the best is out from you?
Okay, thank you so much. Number one, I'd want to say that there's a verse in the Bible that says even a king was not accepted at his own home place.
Yeah.
And therefore, as a leader, you are not going to expect everyone to be behind you. But as far as that is concerned, I have ensured that there is a flow of communication to all students, in that there is no any learner who will feel that they have been left behind. And in such cases, we are not going to blame the administration nor the student leaders, but maybe our students who have not engaged themselves with the staff or with the student leaders to ensure that the communication is ongoing or is flowing as we want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you have a very good motive, and also the way in which your leadership is that is ensuring that every person is being included. And now to move on, I could like to know how can you gauge your leadership at this time, and which achievement have you made that you can say that now, since I took office about 3 months time, I have done this and this. How can you achieve that?
Okay, I'll remind us that I'm just but a servant, and therefore I'll not be in a position to give myself a percentage, because my percentage will be given with those whom I'm serving towards.
Yeah.
My students, my fellow cohorts. They're the people to say that, as John Calvince, this is where you have reached. That one doesn't mean that I'm not working. So far, you have asked me of the achievement that we have done.
Yeah.
So far within our school, we have really tried to ensure that the academics are in place, matters concerning academics, the arrangement, the planning, they're in place as far as strikes are ongoing. But we are very sure that after that, the programs will be ongoing. Secondly, allow me to say that in School of Education, we were privileged to have a new department, that is EDT, the Department of Education with ICT. And therefore, this one has not been easy to ensure. This is a new program.
Yeah.
Therefore, planning for this one, it has not been just a walkover. It had required time, planning, and so far, from where I'm sitting, I am privileged to say that it is a success with the coordination of the staff and I as the academic rep of School of Education, and many more that we are still doing that students will be able to see.
Yeah, I can see you have good views and also the insights from the future plans. And can you please share some of the examples of the initiative, all the policies that you have put in place, because you are a representative at the Congress. So what the students are going to expect in this remaining time at the end of the day? We need services, as you had earlier put in your manifesto that you are going to do this and this, but now I think, as I can from my sitting, is that you have gone for let's say 1 or 2 Congress. So what this issue, have you ever plot any policy that is going to assist the students?
Exactly. Talking of policies and initiatives, I want to say this, that I'll use my school as an example. Priorly, we had many cases to do with the class attendance. We had many issues to do with the practicals, the TP that is done in 3rd year and 4th year. And therefore, during my regime that is ongoing, we have been able to have some measures that will help us reduce the number of repeats, the number of fails that we are experiencing currently, and also to boost the number of students that are to move for their attachments. In doing this, some rules, and my students know, some rules have been put in place. We are currently moving into the digital world. So in my school, we are coming up with a system or with a plan that will enable us to have that data analysis of how our students are attending their classes, how their results are being marked. And in fact, previously we had discussed this and we agreed that as from today henceforth in our school, we'll be ensuring that we have the raw data. The raw data will help us to minimize the number of fails, the special exams that we have been experiencing as a school. This one is a great initiative, and as time goes by, we know that it will be a success.
Yeah. And also talking about the issue about reducing the retakes and also the fails, what critique are you using to get this raw data?
Okay, this one is very simple. It's just like a lecturer marking the exams, and then the next step is that the raw data, the exact papers that they have marked, the analysis, they have to present it to the department as a tangible evidence for us also to be a witness that as this and this or specific student did an exam and the results are here to be seen.
That's a nice initiative. And also now to move on, before we backbed about it's an issue related about the concerning how the initiative and the policies. I can see you have really brought to the Congress the good policies concerning and that are going to help the student to get that they ensure they get the best at the end of the 4-year course. Now we have this issue concerning the timetabling issues, whereby we find that most of the students, some they may find it hard to get a venue for classes. How have you addressed this issue?
Okay, number one, just like I said before, in my school we are privileged to have the new department, that is the EDT, Education with ICT, and therefore to ensure that this is done specifically on timetable. I, as the academic rep, I have ensured that the learning of or the explanation of the timetable to my students has been done physically at the lowest level possible. It was last week on Friday that I had a meeting with my class reps. I had a meeting with my students, all my new students, to let them know how the timetable is to be explained. And as I'm talking right now, I am much privileged to say that there is no any problem. The issue concerning timetable in my school is at hand per student in my school, and therefore immediately the strike is over, this one shall be a great move in terms of academics. That's
good for that side. And now to change gears or shift gears, as a student now, you know, you are a student and you are a leader. What challenge do you face as a student and a leader now? How do you maneuver about those two?
Okay, I think that's a very nice question. Number one, I would like to say that being a leader is also another task. They say leadership comes with responsibility. And the fact that I'm a leader, the assumption to some of us is that once you're a leader, you have money. So it has not been an easy walk. But as a leader, you also have your limits. That at some point you will know what to do, how to spend, or what to do at the right time. And apart from that, as a leader, remember, I am also a student, which means you need to read and do other things that makes you be a student. But you realize that one of the challenge related to that is that the number of calls that you can receive in a day or in a night, there are so many that if you don't know how to manage them, you'll be in a problem. So how have I managed to do this? I have my own plans, and in this case I have to be disciplined about them, which means I have my own time of working. I have created my own time for learning and to serve the students as well.
I can see you have a very good initiative and how you have planned. It's awesome for you, and we wish you all the best concerning that one. So as we move on, now we have this issue because you are a student and we are told that you have told us that you are getting a lot of calls. Then from this you are maneuvering with it. Then we have this issue concerning disagreements. You know, you must, as a reader, you must agree or disagree. How do you handle such challenges?
Okay, number one, as a leader, they say that a good leader is a leader who consult, is a leader who gather information, which means for you to gather information, there must be a disagreement. For a solution to be sorted tentatively, there must be a disagreement. What I do as a leader is that I am at free will to gather all these information and to bring them on table. Then we discuss them one by one. The best or the voice of the students that is suitable to the institution and that is favorable to all, that is what we go for. So you will all have to understand that there must be a disagreement for an agreement to be met.
That's awesome. And also, as we wind up this conversation, do you have any policies that are going to help the student welfare for now, for the student of education and also the university at large?
Okay, thank you so much for that nice question. So far, as the academic rep, in coordination with the executive that is head by our school president,
Yeah.
Sir Hamaton Onduru, we have ensured that there is a specific kitty for students where the funds allocation has been made, and students are at free will or at choice to access whenever there is a problem.
Yeah.
And apart from that, we are also working hand in hand from the grassroots.
Yeah.
When I talk of grassroots, I'm referring to the lower level, which means at the class level. We have ensured that students are coordinating hand in hand in terms of contribution, in terms of giving information and sharing.
Yeah.
And this one also help us in having a setup for welfare for our students.
Yeah.
So far.
And also, as we wind up now, maybe the second last question is concerning I saw the memo was running about the student taking the work that are supposed to work in school. What can you tell about them? Because at the end of the day, you need to get this student, and they must be from the student whom you read.
Okay, thank you so much. That is work study.
Yeah.
So in terms of work study, we have circulated the information, and where I'm sitting, we have managed to receive more than 1,000 copies of applicants. And still we are encouraging our students to keep on applying, because the deadline is on Friday, and as a result of strike, it might be extended to ensure that no one is left behind.
Yeah.
We are encouraging our students to keep on applying, and therefore all their informations will be read, will be looked onto, and we are promising them that we are not going to have any discrimination. Some of them are afraid to apply because of discrimination.
Yeah.
We have told them that apply and write the right information that you have been asked as per that information. At the end of the day, those who shall have qualified will call them, they'll be vetted for, and there is jobs that is awaiting for them.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, maybe our final question is concerning what is your message to the aspiring students who want to be readers in the next elections? What advice can you give them?
Number one, I would want to tell them that it's still very early, which means they have to focus, because for you to be elected, you have to be clean. Today we are Gen Zs, and we know who is wrong and who is right.
Yeah.
We know who is lying to us and who is going to do for us the exact thing.
Yeah.
Therefore, one advice I will give them: everything is possible, but till then, do your part as a student, which means study, have your marks at your hands, and then at the right time, you are not the one to make the choice. The students will make the choice on your behalf, and the right candidate will have the right choice. Yeah.
In one word, how can you describe your leadership?
It is an inclusive, well-oriented, and we are very sure that we are going to achieve more.
That's awesome. And maybe your final message to the students, your students from education, Rongo University, fraternities, and also the other readers?
First and foremost, I want to tell them that we love them so much. I specifically love them, and we are dedicated to serve them to the fullest. And apart from that, there is learning.
Yeah.
After strike, we are expecting all our students to get back to classes and to have their lessons ongoing. Academics is the key.
Nice having you in the studio. That has been the John Calvince, aka Professor, a student, an academic representative School of Education. He has really shared so much good things concerning the student welfare, the academics, and also matters concerning the goodness that is happening in the School of Education. Till we meet next time, goodbye for now. I've been yours, Brian Nyachai.